Well, people are concerned about safety here in Burke County, and that's one of my biggest passions is security, safety for family. You know, I don't like people walking out on the streets and coming up out of the darkness and out of the corners and stuff like that. The families have got to be protected. That's the lifeline of our existence here in Burke County, our businesses, our family, our children, and all those things. So safety has got to be at the top of the list in my mind. You know, people have got to feel secure. That's in their homes, in their streets, and everywhere. So that's an easy thing for me. I'm really supporting any of the kind of things that we're going to do for that. Well, a lot of people are asking, you know, how are we going to support our law enforcement agencies here in Burke County? How are we going to get them the money that they need, the innovation that they need? You know, I'm about cameras and stuff like that, and I know that we've got a lot of cutting edge technology, but, you know, the money has got to be there allotted for them. Now, I know we've got things there, but you know, that's another point that I bring business, I bring manufacturing, and that's, you know, that's how I've built my business here in town, and that's how I'm going to support. You know, we all pay our taxes and people are concerned about that and what are those services going for. But for me, when it comes to our local law enforcement, our public safety, they got to have the best in everything. And I'm all in with my business and everything else. It's not a tax thing to me. It's just like I'm at my house taking care of my family. I'm going to have the best cameras, the best gates, the best guns, the best innovation, whatever the case may be, you know, to protect our family, to protect our citizens. And that's what it's all about. Getting the money is going to be easy. I don't want it to be. I remember talking to a guy that worked for the system, and he cut his budget, and you know, he ran it real effectively. And then at the next year, they wanted him to stay on that budget that he had, you know, had worked with less money than what was allotted to start with. And he didn't get rewarded for, you know, man, I saved money and, you know, can I get a little bit of help here? And he was denied. And that kind of stuff can't happen. There can't be no denying. There won't be no denying of funds from Mike Stroud. I'm going to get the money we need to have the best. You know, we've got the people, we've got the manufacturing, we've got the resources, not just the taxes that everybody's paying, but we got innovative ways that we can come up where our law enforcement and public safety have got the best equipment and everything. And people ain't going to have to worry about money. We're going to get the money. Well, people in Burke County also can maybe ask, how can we overhire like our law enforcement and stuff like that? They need more people in the field and things like that. Where's the money going to come from? Can we do that? And I support all those things if we've got everything in place from the beginning. I got to see how things are being distributed out. You know, the transparency is a big thing for me. You know, where'd the invoice come from? Okay, that invoice came from this firm, and what? It's that much? You know, maybe we need some competition there. Maybe we need some ways we can cut that so that we can get our boys what they need. We're going to get the money. So having the people, the people in the field, it's got to be a consensus with everybody. Everybody's got to be on the same page, but there's got to be somebody that leads that says, hey, what's going on here? Why can't we get them what they need? On my watch, I'm going to get them what they need. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to rally the citizens in the community by letting them know, hey, this is the situation. We're enjoying all these benefits of safety, security, and our police, we want them to have the best so that everybody gets to enjoy that safety that they get to have for us. A lot of people are asking, you know, about how being prepared when situations rise up in our schools, school shootings and things like that. You got to have that security in place. Now, I know we're taking from our reserve officers now and putting them in the schools, and we've kind of worked out some things. That's where the cameras and the infrastructure, the family, the children got to be protected. Oh my word, that's, you know, we can't have nothing like that happen. That's why to me, it's a common sense thing to have cameras. You know, I know there's all kind of different legal things you have to work with, but we got to know, we got to have the best. We got to see things coming. We got to be on point. We got to have people that are in the field, just like you're talking about these overhires and things like that the sheriffs and the public safety may need, those kind of things. We've got to be able to allot that. We've got to be able to allot it, and I think everybody's got to see the whole picture. I don't think people have seen the whole picture of how important it is. I remember sitting with Jason Wisnett and some of the other guys there in the public safety here in Morganton, and they do a citizens thing behind the scenes where the citizens can sign up and they can see what the police actually do behind the scenes.
Keeps them more informed. But
Keeps them more informed, so the public's more informed. Well, we went to this thing, and man, you know, I'm just blown away by what all our public safety does behind the scenes. And so, you know, any way that I can help them in the community, when the community sees, hey man, we need our boys in blue. Man, I'm all about that. There's not going to be no compromise in that regard whatsoever. You know, that's one of the first things that was established even in the heavens, was that security. You know, to stand for what's right and protect. If you're doing what's right, nothing's going to come of it. But if you're doing what's wrong, you got to have those things in place to take care of the things that are wrong. You know, for me, I like being very transparent. I think that's one of the things the citizens of Burke County, you know, are asking for. They're looking for. They're looking for transparency. You know, I know how people do things behind the scenes, your inner circle, you know, pre-agenda meetings and all those kind of things. But you know, that's my biggest thing. Is I'm a social media guy. I'm a TV guy. I like to be out front. I like people to know. I don't like there to be no curtains. I like there to be transparency. And it seems like people don't know. It seems like, you know, and that as elected officials, we're providing the customer service of letting them know of what we're doing behind closed doors. So I respect closed doors when people talking, you know, little things, those like that. But in the end, I like a news conference. You know, hey man, this is what happened, man. This is what took place. This is, man, look at this. I don't know if we like that or not. What do y'all think? You know, because we got to give, it's got to be what the citizens want. You know, we're working for the citizens. Now, we got some good ideas and we've got some things that we can do to enhance the dreams and the things for our kids and our citizens that are coming up, and all the math and the science and Western Piedmont Community College, all the components that work here in Burke County, tourism. You know, I'm excited about all these things, but we got to bring it all together. One of the biggest things I hear from the citizens here in Burke County about what's going on as far as business coming in and those kind of things. What are we doing to generate business? You know, I've been in business here since 2000, and you know, that we're celebrating almost 25 years now. Right. And I've seen all the ups and downs that you can go through in business, taxes and, you know, legal things, you know, complaints, you know, all those kind of things. And it helps me understand what we need in business. You know, you're not going to get any help. That's one thing I tell people right now is unless you've got, you know, somebody that's giving you money, you know, a venture capitalist, or the banks ain't going to help you with your dream. You know, usually the cities ain't going to help you. Now, they'll come around and read your meter and, you know, make sure you're lined up with all the ordinances and things like that, and that can be a pain in the butt. But going through all those gauntlets of doing everything right, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, you know, you can bring business here by accepting some of the people that have business here. You know, we got to equip people. Everybody's got to come up, and I keep saying that, but the business end, we can equip people. You know, we don't have the restaurants in capacity that we need. We don't have so many things that people have dreams about that they can bring up. We got the college that's teaching people, that's got all these things that are available, but people, they got to have a vision inside themselves. They got to have somebody that can lift them up and say, hey man, you can do this. Have you thought about this? They got to have mentors. They got to have dads. They got to have people in the community that they can look up to, and that can say, man, you know, I'm not just going through the normal motions of business or everything else. I'm not failing. I've got people I can call. I can call Mr. Stroud. I can call his team. I can call people in the community and say, how can I have success in business? And it's just showing up every day. One of the things I think we lack in the county that I believe that I can bring is vision. People, they need to be inspired. You know, now I know that some people have vision. Some people are running with a vision, but you know, I see that I can encourage people. I'm very approachable. You know, I like people to be able to ask me something straightforward. I like to give them a straightforward answer, and I like to be able to connect that way. And when you take the filters off, you know, a lot of times when we get in these political things, these races and stuff like that, you know, friends become enemies because, you know, but it's not like that for me. You know, I believe we've got to pull all together, and we've got to inspire each other. You know, we've got the political stuff, but if we got a vision, and everybody's inspired, and everybody's benefiting from the vision, and everybody's being looked after and taken care of, and things are being moved forward, man, that's easy for me to do, because people got to connect with one another. People need a problem solver in Burke County, and not just for a certain group. I mean, we got for all the citizens. We work for the citizens, and the citizens, I think, need something right now that's kind of lift people up. I sense a lot of people are just wanting a little bit more, and I can see it myself. I see it in business. I see it in families. I see it in the growth of our community and our restaurants and things like that. People are waiting. They're jonesing for something a little more, something a little bit more accessible, and something they can aspire to and look up to and be proud of. I'm going to be more accessible when I become county commissioner. I like walking the streets. It's like that with the police or anything else, customer service in a business. I like people to know. People got to be they got to feel like they can approach you. And a lot of times people, they put off this air that, that I'm somebody, I'm a commissioner, I can't be approached. But I've never been like that, because I want everybody to be connected with what we're doing here in Burke County. Everybody's got to know the plan, know the vision, and respect it and be involved in it, and they'll participate in it, and they're going to give money to be a part of it. I know I'm going to be a people's commissioner because I'm approachable. There's no facade with me. You can approach me, you can ask me, and I'm going to have a team assembled of the best community people we have, and because that's what it's all about, is all working together as a team and being open. If we can move the ball together and everybody can get behind it, see, that everybody's got to be able to get behind it. And I want to be able to let people know how I can make that happen with all of us working together. Well, one of the ways that you deal with conflict and resolution is first you got to be able to talk to one another. You got to be able to come to the table and at least agree to disagree, but we can be civil. But that's the one of the things you've got to be able to do. You've got to be able to talk to one another. And I believe if you talk with each other and you figure something out and you're real plain and you're real serious about it and everybody knows the implications of it, it can be resolved. One of the things that people want to see is people working together. And when there's a divide, we're like that. We've got Republicans, Democrats, Independents. People's got their own minds. We're a two-party system, basically. And the moment you stand on one side, there's a divide in the way people's philosophy, the way they look. But we're all still Americans. We're all still Burke County people. We all can, I work with people. I don't see, that's the hardest thing for me politically in those things, is because I've always been able to connect with everybody, because I've taken that element out of it, I guess. I mean, I know that we stand on one party or the other, and I'm Republican, I'm conservative, but I got a lot of friends that are Democratic, and, a lot of people say, Mike, I'm voting for you, even though I'm Democratic. And, because, and I said, well, I'm like that in my heart. I'm Republican, Democrat, I'm all things to all people in certain ways, but in our system, the way we got it set up, you got to stand on one side. The thing I share a lot of times with my Democratic friends is service. How can we help one another? And it seems like that's where they come from in a lot of ways, is how can we take care of the poor? Now it seems like, now then on the other side, conservative, Republican side, it's all about lowering, making money, freedom, and lowering taxes and no less government and all those kind of things. And we've kind of got in this quagmire where we kind of set up, we need some innovation. We need some inspiration, and we've got to work with one another. I mean, we're in this together, and it doesn't do us a service if we can't service everyone. We're in a diverse county. Our nation is diverse, and we've had people from all across the international spectrum that live here in Burke County, that live in our nation. That's what I love about America. That's what I love about our country, our politics, and everything else, is everybody comes. They got dreams, they got visions, they got things they can do, business, freedoms, and we can have all those things, but we've got to be blind. That's the only way I know how to say it. You have to be blind. If you're blind, then you don't know the color of the skin of the man that's helping you out of the ditch. You don't know the color of the skin of the minority that's feeding you. You know, you just know that you're getting out of the ditch. And when we get to that, that's when things really start happening. This diversity includes every person. You know, it includes everybody across the board. You know, everybody's protected. Everybody's got the right to vote. Now, we don't always agree with everybody's groups and things like that, but we can be nice to one another. We can be civil to one another. I don't agree with what some groups do and that kind of thing. It's none of my business. But you can take care of your own group. Take care of your own church, take care of your own city, take care of your own business, and live with each other and have business with one another and enjoy food with one another, enjoy things together without feeling like that you've got to condemn somebody. People who want to find out about me, they can see me at Western Piedmont Community College coming up soon, February the 8th. There's going to be an open forum there for the candidates. Then we're going to be doing things on the local TV station, the social platforms. You can find out a lot about me at electmikestroud.com. You can support me there. You can see the backstories on the business. You can see our podcast. You can see some of the issues we're talking about, you know, the homelessness, the two anti-American flags, you know, security, you know, our public safety, our schools, money, all those kind of things, taxes, you know, all those kind of things that people are concerned about, you know, that's where you can find out about it.